to Lights on LA. I'm your host, Louise Gill. First, let me say Happy New Year to all of you. I wish 2014 be a wonderful year for everyone with health, happiness, and joy and prosperity. Tonight, I know that it was mentioned before, but I would like to mention it again. The Los Angeles County Sheriff, Leroy Baca, has retired today. And we could only wish him the best of luck and health, and any future endeavors, we wish him the best of luck. He has done a lot for the Armenian community and has been a true friend for the Armenian community. So I would like to wish him all the best from Lights on LA. Tonight, I am fortunate to have, as 2014 begins, three amazing individuals. We are very delighted to have The Bride from Vegas. It is going to be a featured film that's going to be coming up in May, hopefully in May, coming soon, with the leading actor, which is really surprising to me because a few months ago I interviewed him here on the show, actually at your house.
Yes.
Mikhail Sharapyan, well known in the Armenian community as well as the American for costume designer. And now I'm going to be introducing him also as an actor, which was very shocking and very pleasant. And I'm very, very happy to have you again on the show.
Well, thank you for having us.
As well as a very young, talented director, Arthur Babayan, and the wonderful producer, Edmund Grigorian. Welcome to Lights on LA.
Thank you for having us.
I am truly honored, and I'm looking forward to hearing all the wonderful stories and how you guys came up with Mikhail being the costume designer, and all of a sudden you're carrying your dad's footsteps, which you told me before, no, I don't want to. I don't have any ambition to be an actor.
And that's a fact.
We did have this discussion.
That's what we thought. It's all after. So all the credits goes to Arthur.
And The Bride from Vegas. Now, how did we pick that, and how did all this come about?
Well, this came about when me and my wife were going to Las Vegas about 2 years ago. On the way, we just came up with the idea, and we're like, we better make a movie about this.
Vegas?
I didn't. No, I had a traditional Armenian, wedding in Glendale, California. I don't live here anymore, but yeah. So that's how it came about, me and my wife. So by the time we stayed there for 3 days, on our way back, we had the whole script almost written.
Oh, wow.
So in 3 days, instead of having a vacation, we actually wrote a movie script. And when it happens naturally, it just comes to you. It all just happens naturally. So we didn't have to sit down and worry about anything, because we just had the whole story in our heads. We just had to put it on paper and then put it on camera. And that's how it came to life. And fortunately, we just made the movie. So after 2 years.
It took 2 years.
Well, 2 years, yeah. Yeah, 2 years. It takes a lot of time and money, as you know, in this business to make a movie. So getting the money part, the financial part, was the hardest part. So that took about 2 years. The actual movie took about 2 months.
Now, how did you become a producer?
Well, Eddie is the producer. So I directed the movie, yes. I became the director because my wife wrote the script, and because I am married to her. I'm kidding. So rite of passage. But no, I came up with the idea with my wife, and this has been what I have been doing for years, for about 10 years now. I started, working in the industry when Sam Kasabian, actually, he introduced me to the industry, and then I worked for a couple of Armenian TV stations, and then I worked with Vahik Pirhamze. We did the plays and everything. I used to work with him as a editor. So, and then I did some acting for him. So I learned a lot of things from these people, and finally I could put whatever I had learned in the last 10 years into action. And this movie should be a test of that.
Wonderful. And let's speak about our wonderful producer over there. Edmund, how did you get started?
Well, I know Art for about a few years already, so we decided to do the movie together. Before that, I was a photographer. I did many photo shoots. I work with models, different magazines. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of graphic design work. I've graduated as a graphic designer. And we decided to do the movie together, so here I am.
How difficult was it to put all this together?
Oh, it's monumental. I don't even know where to start, because I'm surprised that we could pull it off. and you appreciate the art so much more when you do one yourself, because it's very easy for anybody to criticize movies. You know, we're all critics. We're born
Of
critics. So, you know, when you see a movie, especially in American movies and stuff that have spent millions of dollars, we even criticize those. But when you make your own, you go through all the hardships, through all the trials and tribulations, then you really appreciate the art. And it was extremely hard. You can ask Mika. No, he made it look easy, actually. So that was the good part.
Well, my main question to Mikhail was having a discussion a few months ago saying that I will not be following my dad's footsteps. I do not have any
Why not?
ambition of being an actor. I'm sure you remember this at your house. And now all of a sudden you are the leading actor. Not supporting, the leading actor.
As I mentioned before, all the credit goes to Arthur.
He did it.
Yeah, he knows.
You're getting all the responses.
I don't know why.
You're responsible for
persuaded me
everything.
to do this movie. You know, for 3 months, he was like really. Like, you can do it. It's in your genes. You know, like this and that. And so Arthur, I mean, I'm a costume designer. I have nothing to do with acting. You know, I'm not an actor.
It is in your genes, though.
Yes.
Trust me. He said that. Trust me. Like, you're putting me into a position like it's like putting me in a corner right there. It's like you have to do it. And
You have no choice.
I made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
And he said, okay, at least try, you know. And then I went to my parents, and I was so hoping that they will say, "Oh, you're a costume designer, so please finish this and then do something else." And my parents said, "What do you mean? Like, why not? Try it. If Arthur like sees something in you, so you should go and at least try it. You know, like don't just say no." And I said, "Oh my God, if my parents are for it too." So I called Arthur. All right, you know, when are we rehearsing? And this guy is so funny. Like on the first day, it's like supposed to be a rehearsal, and I've never.
It's not a rehearsal. It was a cold reading. Cold reading, yeah.
Cold reading. The rehearsal was actually
our cold reading.
The shoot. No, the first day of the shoot. So I was like hoping that we're gonna have a rehearsal, so we're gonna have to prepare my lines and everything. So after the cold reading, so I go to Arthur's studio, and then I have the script. And this time, the first time I'm seeing the script, no, you're not reading it right.
Actually, at the end,
I'm seeing the script for the first time.
This is what happened.
Okay,
we all read the script, and then I turned around to him and I said, "Mika, you're doing good so far." He's like, "What? I'm not even performing or anything. We're just doing co-reading." I'm like, "Listen, in our world, there is no co-reading or anything. You just go to
I
it."
mentioned also what I was playing that time.
What you were playing?
Borat.
Oh yeah. So
Don't do Borat.
see, the one misconception that people had before, and I hope they don't have it anymore, is that they were comparing our film to Borat's movie.
Yeah,
that's a slapstick comedy, and it's there's a lot of vulgarity in it and everything. Ours is
I was thinking maybe Arthur's doing like a Borat style of.
Yeah.
I was like this is getting into the Borat character.
Yeah.
Is the movie going to be in Armenian or is it in English
About,
or subtitles? Or?
About the first 15 to 20 minutes is Armenian. Everything else is in English. So what happens is Mika's character Mako comes from Armenia, from the countryside of Armenia, to Las Vegas.
So percentage-wise, it's like 80%?
Percentage-wise, it's about 85% English and 15% Armenian.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's the
Wonderful.
percentage. But at the same time, throughout the whole movie, of course, Mika's character uses Armenian words. So, but it's not something that other audiences, other than Armenian audiences, won't understand. So it will have subtitles, and it will be enjoyable, because comedy, I think it's a universal language.
Universal.
So
Yeah,
And
that's
the thing is, what I was back to the point that you were saying about me being an actor, is that I was so nervous in the beginning because I never acted before. It was my debut. It is my debut, and right away, in a feature role in a big movie like The Bride from Vegas, and of course my father is a merited artist of Armenia, Levon Sharafian, and my grandfather was an actor too, Bahare.
It is in your genes.
So
Mikhail, it's in your genes.
You can't run away
It's a
from it.
calling.
That's what Arthur was telling me too, and pretty much he managed to convince me, and I hope I'm doing an okay job.
No, Mika did a really good job. I could honestly say we're discussing this about this on Facebook. As you know, the new medium for everything is Facebook. So I told him that you have the right to call yourself an actor, because if you could carry a whole movie, a feature film, on your shoulders as a main actor. I mean, of course, he's starting with Charlene Rose, who's also
the leading actress.
The leading actress. He was able to carry the whole movie on his shoulders, because the movie does start with him and it does finish with him. You know what I mean? So to be able to carry a whole movie on your shoulders, and you are pretty much on screen 90% of the time in the movie, and if you're able to pull that off, then you could definitely call yourself an actor. I'm saying that, not because we are working on the same project, but because it was possible for us to do something like this.
Oh my God, yeah. Well,
How hard was it to, I believe that there is another actress that you were speaking about that's going to be coming aboard.
I think that's going to be a surprise, because we're still working with her. I don't want to spoil it for everybody else. There is a big twist in the movie at the end.
And she's a big
and she's a big actress,
star,
yes, and she's a big actress. So, Academy Award nominee and a Golden Globe winner. So there is your homework for everybody who wants to find out. Make up a list.
She's a well-known actress,
yes,
and really privileged to have her on board with us.
Yes.
It is truly amazing and extremely, how should I say, very touchy that Armenians, such as yourself, young Armenians, are going forward, bringing in new movies, and we're progressing to go to a higher level, which is very commendable to all three of you, especially you, Mika, being an actor. We are going to be taking a short break and watching the trailer of The Bride from Vegas, so stay tuned.
Անիջան, հարս եմ գտել։ Մամ, պապ, Վեգաս եմ գնում։
Երկու ամենից կարևոր բառեր կանգլերեն լեզու մեջ, որ պետք է սովորես։ Please եւ thank you։ Մեկը ներկա հետո գասի։
Las Vegas is just a vast wasteland. Nose.
Nose.
Kiss.
Keys.
I'll show you.
License and registration.
No problem.
Step out of the vehicle now. Hands behind your back.
There's nothing here.
Why don't you drop the freight and come join something more civilized?
No bribes. Never.
That's Kirkira. Ach, woman.
Mika, I think you are an actor. That is amazing. For all of us that watched the trailer, I'm sure that you will agree with me.
You want to mention that my father is playing my dad, Levon Sharafian.
Yes,
and also we have a wonderful actress, Ala Tumanyan. and
wonderful.
playing my mother. So
You know, it's a small world. I was telling Mika, I've always been a fan of his father, and of course Ala Tumanyan also, because she played in one of my most favorite Armenian movies, Taghamartik. And she's the main actress in there. She's the girl that all these taxi drivers are going after. And I couldn't believe that after all these years of being a fan, I would be able to work with these people. Honestly,
How difficult was it to work with the older generation or talented
yes.
icons of the Armenian community, as well as putting them together with the American?
See, the thing is, like Mika's father and Ala Tumanyan, they played an Armenian role supposedly in Armenia. We shot the whole film from A to Z, 100% of it in America, in California. So in Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. But, so they had to play, Armenian. So they didn't have to play any English parts or anything like that. But as far as working with, more veteran actors, more actors with more experience and actors with less experiences, of course you do less work. So that's the only difference. I had to do less work with them than I had to do with other actors who, are acting for their first time or something. But in Mika's character, I didn't have to work very hard after the first, I would say, 5 or 10 days of shooting, because he really got into his character. And once you find your character, you get into your character. Exactly. It just comes naturally because you know exactly how you're going to act to sad situations. You know exactly how you're going to act to happy situations or funny situations. So he had the whole character figured out already. So it was really easy.
A wonderful director. He's giving me the right direction. So specific directions.
Go here. Go there.
No. Character-wise, not there. No, and like
there's the coffee.
He really was telling me what to do exactly, what my character is doing, and I really listen to him, and it's wonderful. I really having a wonderful experience.
Have you directed any other films?
I have directed a short called Hope. I actually wrote that with my wife, my then girlfriend, and then we became, of course, engaged and then married. The process of, natural process. So I wrote that first film with my wife, Amy. And Armina Avetiken is actually my wife, and she's the scriptwriter for this movie. I wrote Hope. It was a short film. It was a really good film. It's still on our website if you go on The Bride from Vegas. Actually, you got to go to travelingmanpictures.com to see our movie or any of our other work.
Your company is called?
It's Traveling Man Pictures. Traveling Man Pictures, and travelingmanpictures.com is the website where we have all of our work. But mostly we have done, TV commercials, other stuff. Right. But the short film or doing any film is a passion of ours, all of ours. So, we're living the dream. We're living our dreams, I could say.
And where would you like this dream to end up?
Since we're living in a dream, there is no limitation to it. So whatever it brings us, we're ready for it. That's all I could say. Because if you envision something at a certain point, that means you're putting a limitation on yourself. I just don't see any limitation. I don't see any wall. I don't see any ending to it. So whatever, life gives us, that's what we're going to take. But we're going to work hard for it.
How hard was the production process? As far as financial, and I think I'm going to direct this to Edmund.
Good.
It wasn't. Well, we started pretty hard because of the money situation. We had to get the investors and talk to everybody, get the trailer ready for them, because it's very hard to get an investor without showing them any.
Right. Now, coming in May, is that close to reality? As far as is the movie done?
The movie is done, but as you know, in post-production, there's a lot of work to be done on it. As far as music and everything goes, we're still working on all that. And after that, it all depends on distribution process. So, depending on distribution, the date will be determined then. But we can't say anything concrete now.
Do you have any other films that you are working on? In the future, or in 2014.
See, the thing is, in my opinion, I don't know why I'm doing all the talking. Mika, can you say something? Well, I don't know. Well, the thing is, because you make the first movie, everybody is talking about it. You're sort of hot at the moment, right? Everybody is talking about it. You want to start working on the second one, and then the third one, the fourth one. Of course, we're writing the second movie already. It's in the process of the script writing, and my wife Amy is writing it now. So hopefully by the time we're done with this movie, we will start on the pre-production of the next one.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And coming to Mika. Hello.
Hello.
You were silent for such a long time, I decided to hit you. Any features of you doing more acting? And are you still going to be doing the costume designing?
Yes.
Or are we going to be doing
Yes,
both?
yes.
Wow, that's a good question.
Yes.
So it's
I see how the pressure was. Here you go. I'm pissed.
I'm telling you, it's a serious deal. The audience.
How
has
could
to
you
tell
say
me.
no to that? Sorry.
It's all about the audience. How the audience will,
Receive
accept
it.
me or receive me or as an actor. So from that depends from pretty much from that.
Well, it
But
also depends on you.
Yes.
Or for me, too.
Well,
Well,
it's a
of course
collaboration,
do.
you know.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's a give and take.
But as a costume designer, of course, I'm going to pursue that. I'm never going to stop being a costume designer. That's for sure. Yeah, 'cause that's my profession.
Yeah.
Very true. As far as the production, again, if you don't mind, Edmund, is there anything that us as a whole, as an Armenian community, now being on Lights on LA, is there anything that we could do for you and what needs to be done?
Well, we would like everybody's support on this. I mean, we were willing to work with everybody, like Arthur was talking about. No, we're open to anything.
Well, we want like people to talk about the movie.
True.
That's the number one thing. If people talk about the movie, they go to our website, thebrightfilmvegas.com. They do go on our Facebook page,
We have a
The Bright
Facebook
Film
page.
Vegas on Facebook.
Or
You know,
Twitter,
promote it,
Instagram.
like it, talk about it, watch the trailer, comment on the trailer. These are the things that the community could do for us right
And
now.
when they tweet, they can just put our Twitter.
You know, I'm so old, I don't even understand how that stuff works. I have
Yeah,
to ask my
but-
wife, but yeah, I'm not that old. But yeah. But yeah, that's the number one thing that our community could do for us. Just talk about it, and ask us questions, because we're always interested in what the community is thinking about us, about our project. That's why we have to have screenings. We have to see what people think about the movie before we show it to everybody else.
Now, having the trailer, and I know it has been on Facebook, have you received any responses, positive responses?
The response has only been positive.
Only
Eddie
been positive. We have no negative responses at all. Everybody loves it. A lot of good comments. I mean, anybody could go and check it out.
Non-stop entertainment, non-stop.
It is, and the thing about it is, it's a family comedy.
Well, I
Okay.
can tell by the atmosphere that you just placed here, I'm sure. that-
Exactly, it's a
that
family
on
comedy.
set are you the same on set also?
Oh,
or
we
is
have
your
to be.
Or is your demeanor changed?
We have to be.
No,
No,
it's
no,
exactly
no,
the
no, no,
same.
no. There is no
Everybody's
acting.
friendly, very friendly. on set.
Everyone is friendly on set.
The energy of our set is just really positive. I think that.
I might be a
truly
little
helps.
more intense on set,
That is
but
good. You're the
yeah,
director.
but then yeah. I'm kidding. But everybody is like a family. That's the most important thing. We all understand each other without saying anything. So if I stop Mikhail for saying a line in a way, and I tell him how to say it, he doesn't ask any questions or anything. He just says it the way it's supposed to be done, and he just nails it. That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's so much easier for me as a director to work with them, because we just understand each other without even using words, and that energy transfers into the movie. So the audience watching the movie are going to feel exactly how we felt when we were shooting the movie.
Absolutely.
That's the most important thing.
How did your father feel about this? Being
Yeah, he's very
being
supportive.
acting
Yeah,
in
he-
this and
He actually, in my surprise, he likes it very much. Yeah.
and how about Allah Tumanya?
And what is it?
How about Allah?
Oh, Allah as well, of course. Yeah, and it was such an honor for me to work with them on the same set. I had a scene with both of them, so.
Especially your dad. That
Yeah.
must have been a wonderful honor.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I think that's the first time we saw Mikhail nervous when he was acting with his father.
Well, big
That's the
big
first
competition.
time where he was on his toes and everything. But yeah.
Well, I would like to wish you all the best of luck. 2014, I'm sure, is going to be a wonderful year for all three of you. And I urge all of you to watch the trailer, to The Bride from Vegas. It's extremely funny, wonderful, and support these three wonderful gentlemen, especially Mika with his new profession, forced upon him by Arthur. Again, I wish all of you a happy new year. Shnabor Surpzununzasen. And Yevnordadi. And thank you for watching Lights on LA. Please stay tuned next week for another episode. Good night.